So, good afternoon for those. Here is basically a map. Now everything is digital. So what happens is that you can easily find a shipmate by scanning your badge and actually show you exactly where they are on the ship. You can click on things from Find Me, Stateroom, to muster station where you need to report to, restrooms, or even basically searching activities on these electronic boards. And to log in, all you need to do is scan your token on these little things. So let me get up. So one side of the ship is even and the other side is odd. So all depends on which number that you have. As you can see, what happens is that now the things are digital, so you can see exactly how many people are in the room and if there's anybody. As you can see, this this room has two people, and you can see from this, there's nobody in the room because there's nobody, the things are. And with these tokens, you don't even need to tap it against the door. All you do is basically walk next to it and it will open. And as you can see, this room has two people, but this room has none. So let's just continue walking. So these are basically like room service, showing you basically how many people or how the rooms are cleaned.
Fast? Or is he? Well, we were all going fast together. There's people.
And that's the 300 area. Let's go upstairs. Actually, I'm sorry, let's go downstairs first. So this is deck 8 where all the rooms are at. And let me go all the way back to the bottom. I'll go over each of the floors in a minute. As earlier, basically shows you all the events that's happening on the cruise. You can tap it to basically book it. So here is deck 5. There's actually one more deck down, but that's basically just like cruise and everything. So as you can see, basically there's really nothing down there but cruise and everything. So that's why I'm not really even going to go down there at all. Here's the deck show map for those who want to see it. Deck 5 on this princess is basically the front of the ship is our art exhibit. And then, like I said, here's the room. More rooms. When we leave and everything, we'll be basically lining up here to get out. Here is what they call the International Cafe. So cookies, peach buffaloes, basically quick snacks. Here it gets popular in the morning because actually there's espresso, cappuccinos, macchiatos, another bar which is fairly common. the entertainment for the ship. A wine bar where you can find the sushi and everything else. The internet bar if you want to basically pay for using one of the computers, or I want to pay for Wi-Fi access. This is where you would go. And here's a bunch of computers. And that's basically the 5th floor. The 6th floor is your front desk, basically.
Things that I can write. Can I just change them?
This is where you'll be embarking on your cruises. And then here's the casino with tables and everything. I'm not gonna walk in here because they're probably gonna do the cameras. 6th floor, you got your local store, which has cigarettes, clothing, alcohol, your common band-aids, and whatever things that you forgot to bring along, just in case someone gets sick. Here's the one entrance of the diner. These are for VIP, so unless you're VIP service, you wouldn't go here. Here's the line for the dinner, regular dinner for anybody who's basically bored. They typically on a night will have a dress code, but usually anything but shorts and sandals. Here's the Meridian Bay shop, a little bit higher end clothing and jewelry. Here's the check-in for if you want to be in the captain circle, basically paying premium service for VIP. And here is the cigar bar. So if you're a smoker, you basically just come here to smoke. Even though they say smoke is not permitted in the gambling area, you can still see people basically lighting up cigarettes. But let's go to the next level. But as you can see inside the ship, a lot of people basically just wearing short sleeves because it's fairly comfortable. Here's basically another bar and lounge. Rarely have any music, but basically just alcohol. Okay. Let's just go from this side. This is the FE jewelry. Pretty much every cruise have the FE jewelers nowadays. The station for the excursions will be booked here. Short excursions from ziplining, trains to whatever. Typically when you book the cruise, you do get a $50 excursion discount. And basically, this is the theater. Anything from live shows to movies and everything will be shown here, but this is what it basically looks like. And let's just walk over here. So here's just the other side of the theater, nothing special, emergency exits and everything. More board to basically find the people on your cruise. So just in case you lost one of them, you can go find your shipmate right here and go from there. After the 6th floor, you can basically go outside and this is what the outside of the ship basically looks like on the lower decks. Restroom, the men's restrooms over on the other side too. And here's another one, the bars that they'll typically have events for. So for the ships, what happens is that they typically give away a bracelet, just the bracelet itself, and then what happens is that you go to certain events and they'll give away these charms right here. So like at Sardin, but the bracelet is basically one free for the cruise, and then after it has this one standard for the advertisement, and then these are the charms that you can basically pick up at the ship during different events and also on your excursions. This cruise has a library, and the library has games available, books and games actually, as you can see. And in some of the games, I'm in the Seto cruise, and I'm taking one of the Seto cruise for today. It changes each day. So here's connected to the Duffy is a watch, and the watch is perfume. More perfume, makeup. And here's another one, the more popular comedy entertainment bars on the ship. Also, Mustard Station. Mustard is basically a reporting station just in case of any emergencies. You can see these kind of backgrounds and everything with photographers. What happens is that that's how they basically make their money, kind of like. And then here's a secondary restaurant, just in case you're tired of their own restaurant. You can go to these steak houses, basically get something from this. As you can see, it's not that bad, but don't forget the regular diner that I showed you earlier is completely free unless you order something. And then here's all the photos that I want everybody took during the show and everything.
Every picture that you put here, you pay for one picture.
As you can see, basically just showing the samples of what the pictures that they sell with the framing and everything. Here's the other side of the ship, basically showing you. And then here's another bar that they have in the back for like evening bigger shows. Basically, these ships has multiple bars just in case something happens where they're trying to entertain people here, there. But this is where other people hang out. Another restroom right here, and this is pretty much deck 7. So here is the basic breakdown. As you seen earlier, the map shows that room 7 to 14 is basically all staterooms. I'm sorry, room 8 to 14 is all staterooms. The ones with the balconies and everything are there. We're heading to floor 15, which is most of the buffets and other stuff that I'll show in 1 second. So 15 is where the buffets are. They close off this area because they're getting ready for the next meal. It's a transition between lunch and dinner. So what happens is that this side is currently serving lunch, and that will be serving dinner later today. Typically there's 4 bars, but the one in the back is completely closed. And here's the rear dining area. Let's do a short quick glance. Only thing, this one, our ship is currently only at 75 capacity, or 75% capacity, so that's why this back section is not open. The only thing that's basically open is the seating. As you can see, there's coffee and whatever available, but those are not working. I tried it a couple of days ago. And here goes a deck. I'll kind of show you in a second. So here's the rear deck, and there's a swimming pool right here, and that's about it. Great view and swimming. I'm not sure if you can see, but this pool is 5 foot. 5 foot 2 inches deep. So if you're not at least 5 foot, then it's kind of like have to really know how to swim, because during the currents or during the waves and everything, it will actually bring waves. Due to COVID, hand sanitizers are pretty much everywhere. But let me just continue. Oops, I forgot this. It is closed for dinner later. Closed for dinner later. So let me walk through this side. As you can see, there's window seating available during the dining area, but it's just more popular. So that's why some people prefer to sit in the back. Drinks. So right now it's lunchtime, so you always have the coffee, the hot water, the decaf, and the iced tea. But lemonade is available during lunch. During breakfast it's orange juice, and then during the evening there's nothing at all. Basically it's coffee or whatever. Here's more coffee, water for lemon. And here is the buffet, basically. I'll take a quick glance through there to let you see what's in there. I just won't go through that line because so many people waiting. Oops. So pastries, dessert-wise from this side. Condiments too. They have pretty good food sometimes. Shrimp calamari steak, sounds nice. Braised lamb I found the other day, it was amazing. Here's the fruits and stuff that's available. Mini sandwiches, salads, cold meat, French fries, corn, sliders. Pineapple, pears. And again, this side, since it's right next to buffet, it's always packed full of people, so it's hard to find a table. This area toward the end is empty because it's a crossover between lunch and dinner right now, so that's why it's kind of fairly empty, considering normally during breakfast and dinner it'll be completely packed. Sorry, getting thirsty from all this talking. So getting some lemonade. If one thing you should bring is a water bottle, that way you can grab some water. Water back in the room. So here is another pool. These are the more popular pools because what happens is that there's a bar right next to the pool. There's a hot tub right next to the pool. As you can see, and then on the very top that you can't really see is they're basically showing a documentary. Oops, forgot. Can't go from here. I'll walk back to the front area in a minute. So like I said, this area is closed because they're preparing for dinner. That's why there's very little people sitting here at all. As you can see, basically condiments are the only thing set up, so they'll be putting that out in a few minutes. But people are just sitting here enjoying the view, just talking amongst themselves, avoiding the large crowd, which is on the other side. Since there's no food on this side at all, except for drinks. Even the drinks here is limited, only coffee, water, tea. Back section like I was showing earlier. So let's go to the sun deck number 16. Might be faster walking up the stairs. This is the back of the ship. The back of the ship is a little bit bigger. So here's the 16th floor. So here's a restaurant here for the Italian. Here's another bar. And for party events.
Yes.
So again, another deck. Tables in the back area for people to enjoy whatever. going to deck 17. So deck 17, here's the kids section. As you can see, it's called the Camp Discovery. This is for younger kids, where it's the age, well, as you can see, it's basically 3 to 7. So if you have a 3 to 7-year-old, you could toss them here to basically play amongst themselves and then have someone watch over them. Here are the older kids, they're 8 through 12. And that's what it basically looks like. Right now, it's basically the break time, so that's why there's nobody in there. Here are the schedules. You could basically do 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the late afternoon, and then 3 hours in the evening. And here's the beach house for 13 to 17-year-olds. Closed, there's no real windows for this one. Restrooms, and then going out to the deck. Deck 18 is the another bar, basically just sitting around, people enjoying the view from the back of the ship. Ooh, cocktails. So, I didn't know these were good, but apparently they are. Pretty much anything that you can get downstairs in the buffet, but they just specialized it with certain things, that's all. After 18 deck, there's no more stairs on the inside of the ship, so we have to take the stairs on the outside or take the elevator. I'm gonna take the elevator because for me to access the stairs, I have to actually go outside, actually downstairs and back outside. So I'm going to go to deck 19, which is the jogging, princess sports courts and everything. But like I said, the only way to go out there is by the elevator due to where we are right now.
Sky, deck 18.
So I'm gonna take it to 19. So here's 19, and here it is. So here's like 19 basketball court. There's really nothing here other than basketball court on this side. Here, a little golf course. Bear in mind, this is the top of the back top. That's the front. So it can get kind of windy here. Right now, since we are heading back in a slower pace from Alaska, it's not that windy, but it still kind of gets windy. Hot tub towards the back of the ship. This pool right here is empty, the round one, because it's one of the colder pools on the ship. We tried that earlier and just found out they just pumped the water into the area and then just could warm up from the regular weather, and that's it. It's not very warm at all. I think it's heated at all because it's pretty cold. Here's the other side of the ship. The thing sticking out on the gray area is basically all the staterooms from floor 9 all the way to I think it's 14. Going back in. So here's the studio. And here's the elevator again.